Hello everybody, this is Mad Marshman and welcome back to some Dwarf Fortress. Now, I just had a bath and a shave and poured myself a glass of port and sitting here staring at my fort with it paused, as I often do, troubleshooting it. Not too much, but having a little look. And can you see the deliberate mistake? Right here, 2 ramps. I'll go up a layer. So we've got, if we push if we push K for look, get over we have a downward ramp, we have open space and a downward ramp. Now what's happened is I normally dig a ramp, then in the layer below tunnel off in this direction and do my trade depots. And as I said, I've done a different design here than I normally do. I always do. I like to experiment. Get that mouse cursor out of the way. Don't like using the mouse with this game. I've tunnelled in both directions. Now a ramp will only stay standing if there's a wall to support it. This ramp here has got that wall to support it. This ramp here has got this wall to support it. This ramp here has got nothing. There was a ramp there, but it's obviously fell over because there's no wall to support it. So we need a 3-wide ramp for our trade caravans to get down there, where we're building our trade depot here, which I have suspended. I don't need to suspend it because I've got it on pause. Anyway, that's not going to work. Now I don't want to move the trade depot from here because we've set up this stockpile for it here, and obviously we've got all the workshops here which are making the goods that are going in there. And when we buy everything, the goods will be coming in here. So I thought initially that I could just tunnel in here, in there somewhere, and build the same thing here, stockpile and trade depot, no problem, because when that gate is shut they're still safe. But then the dwarves have to bring everything from the workshop up here, get everything, take it back down there. So I thought in the long run it will be easier. It'll be easier to do more work now than it will later. So that brings me on to my second troubleshooting subject, work. We've got 7 dwarfs. So far they've got 2 workshops here, a butchery and a tannery. They've got 2 farms to look after. They've got some digging to do. They've got 8 workshops up here to do, and several stockpiles to move stuff into, workshops to construct, a depot to construct, and some more digging designated. And we still have outside our cart, our wagon, and if you look we still have quite a lot of goods here, including a rum barrel, gypsum plaster, another rum barrel, a wine barrel, and 2 beer barrels. So this is really bad. This needs moving in. While we're up here we can designate this building for removal with X. Get that removed. We will if I can stop hitting the wrong buttons. Q. Have I hit caps lock? Q, I had hit caps lock. X. If nothing works, probably caps lock. Yeah, so everyone's working. We've only got 7 dwarves. Now, this is the problem. When you actually get used to the user interface, you actually get quite quick at designating stuff what to do. So I've been having a little wander around my workshops. You want to do that as well. We've got 3 more bows to make. We're suspended making fire meals and easy meals because they've obviously made enough. So we have got the food stocks I've checked. Rock mechanisms are going on. We're still making stuff, doors, tables, thrones. We'll stop placing them, so when they get enough they'll stop making them. Still making bolts and mugs, probably because they're hunting. Cutting gems, you might cancel that. Right, the still. We now have brew plant from drink, B. So even though they've got too much work, we must brew alcohol. Repeat, Alt and W for a workflow, Shift and A for drink of any material. 5 to 10, they've got 59. So we're going to change that to 50 to 100. So that's okay, they've got 59, so they won't start brewing until they've got 50. And then they're going to take it up to 100. So that's no problem. Now on that note, we'll go for Z, and we'll go to kitchen. You need to keep it check on this all the time, because when we last looked at this, under vegetables, fruits and leaves there was nothing, but they've now grown a plump helmet. And it's blue for cook and blue for brew if you look on the right hand side, so we need to push C to make it so they don't cook them. We do not want to cook our plump helmets. You can cook them. If you cook them you don't get any seeds from them. If you brew them you get seeds from them. So that's fine. Right. I think that's all we need to really look at the moment. So now we're going to unsuspend building the trade depot. Oh, I keep looking at the green cross. I should get that off the screen. I don't use the mouse. So the yellow cross is the cursor. Right, so we've got that active again. So now we want to get our wagon in there. Yeah, that was just... I knew that was part of the game, that ramps needed to be supported. But still I did it wrong. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to build with B, capital C is construct, F for floor, then we can use U, hit U twice to make it that tall. We're going to build a floor over them ramps. We don't have to, but we're going to. We're going to use that word at the top, G-N-E-I-S-S. Most people pronounce it nice. How you pronounce it, I don't know, but we're going to pronounce it nice. So we're going to build a nice floor. So I think I'm going to come in. Oh my word. Right, so we need to not place a door, we need to go back one more. I either go back too far or not enough. We're going to dig. Where's the middle there? We're going to come in 3. Doesn't have to be 3, but needs to be at least 3 wide. I'm going to have a ramp down there, and then this is going to be diggy holes, so we need to go up a layer. Yeah, I believe that was correct. Right, H is channel, so that's there. So that's now ramp, and this we're going to centre, so that's now going to ramp downwards into there. Right, so now we've got to get our wagons there. I said there's a bit more digging, but I think in the long run, D for mine, in the long run this is going to be easier for our dwarfs for moving goods to and from. I know the wagons do seem to be able to turn around in 3 wide corridors. I hope. Right, oops. They need something different to that. Right, so they should now... So yeah, they should now come in here, come down this corridor, round the corner, in here, down the ramp, which will be supported by this back wall. When we come down, there'll still be a wall there. Ramp will be here, and then they'll come right down into the trade depot. That is plan A. Due to plan A taking precedence, we're going to push X, and we're going to just do that and that. And that is now, they won't be able to mine through there. What you can also do, let's pretend that that's still designated, and you're a bit brain dead and you didn't want to forget that you're going to dig there. If you look at the bottom screen, you've got M for marker only, so we could push M, and now when we do this, it gets coloured in blue. So you can design your whole fort in blue if you want, and then colour it in brown by removing the M marker, which I'll push now, otherwise I'll forget and nothing will get done. And you can colour it in again like this, and you're away again. I tend to do this and just remove designations and fill them in again later, but it's your game, you play it the way you like. Right, so I think I talked you to death, explained to you my theories behind life, the universe and everything. But we need immigrants, we need migrants. Let's unpause it, let's let them run. We need migrants to come in and do work for us. Sometimes you get too many migrants and they crazy your bum. But 7 dwarfs is not enough really. It's my fault, I've designated too much for them to do. Like, we're not digging the defences yet because you generally don't need them just yet. I mean, I thought about tethering the dogs up here around the cart again, but here, look, there's someone. They're drinking from the rum barrel. Take the rum barrel to the stockpile. Now what's he doing? Store item in bin. So he is taking something with him. The lazy shit. I thought he'd just gone up there for a drink. They are pissheads, all of them. Right, so they're all working far too hard. Oh yeah, while I'm here, I found something for you. I'll get it. There it is. We're using the Phoebus tile set. That is the legend for the world map, if you remember when we created this world in the previous episode. So I'll leave it up for a minute. You can take a screenshot, you can pause it, whatever. But there you go. There's a legend for you. Let's get back to the game. Yeah, some kind person made a comment about the capital I's being the Necromancy Towers and reminded me that I needed to look at a legend, really. And would that have been episode 1? Had to choose the tutorial profiles that they commented on. Yes, Chris D. There you go. I wanted to mention him because I forgot his name in the previous episode, which is a bit rude of me. Necromancy Towers are capitalised in purples. In purples? In purple. Correct. Thank you very much. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Right, problem with the Necromancer. The reason we're not playing with the Necromancer Tower is not only can they raise the dead, they will raise bits of the dead. You can have a clump of hair from something we kill, or even butcher, and that could come back to life, and we could have a clump of hair running around the map, murdering people. Things in our corpse stockpiles will be coming back to life. Right, I can see we've got something to do. We've got to leave a look. I mean, say something to do. I've given far too much to do. So add new task. B, link. There is nothing that this can be linked up to. That means our bridge is currently not built yet. So we'll reverse over there. Yeah, bridge not built. I should imagine that's probably waiting for. Needs architecture. Knowing me, as obviously I do, I should imagine most of our dwarfs have got architecture. Unless I've not given it to them all in some kind of sense of trying not to swamp them all down with too much. Yeah, well, I'm going to do what I always do. Everyone has architecture because it's a skill, but it doesn't seem to matter how high or low the skill actually is. But someone only visit it for a second and architect it, and then they'll build it. I do like the Soundsense selection of music that comes with Dwarf Fortress. It's very relaxing. Oh, they've built the floor. Anyway, the floor's been built, look. So that's pretty cool. So, have they built the... They ain't dug that out yet. I'm not expecting them to go too quickly. We're just sort of walking and talking at the moment, to be honest, because I don't want to swamp them with any more work than I've already got. In fact, I'm going to go to orders, which is O, shift and W is workshops, and I'm going to remove auto cut gems for a little while. The only reason I cut gems is if a dwarf goes into a fey mood and claims a workshop. I think I've explained before that they'll go and look for loads of different items and build an artifact, and if they don't find the items they want, they will actually go insane. And one thing I can do is I can take all their clothes off and run around naked, which will piss the other dwarfs off. Or they can actually fight other dwarfs, and fights can end in death, and then obviously everyone gets upset and angry, so on and so forth. Our trade depot is being constructed in front of our very eyes, and there it is. So now if we push Shift and D, we get that lovely map, and it says inaccessible depot, and that's because we've not finished digging our tunnel yet. But if you look at the light green W's in the dark green background, ignore my cursor, that's just sitting in there. This is Wagon Access, so the wagon can access everywhere apart from the trade depot. So that's weird, that apparently... How can the wagon access... Now I can't work that out. The wagon can access the stockpile, but not... No, yeah, I'm saying it can access the stockpile, but not the depot. I find that very strange. That's strange. Because for an accessible depot, we need the depot to be with blue tiles with a light blue D in them. You can probably see the legend to the side, same as I can. Seems strange that saying the wagon can get in and down to the stockpile in the south, but not up into the depot in the north. I find that very strange. And how is the wagon getting in there? 'Cause we've built a floor. Don't tell me floors are not recognised by the game. We have built the floor, haven't we? Yeah, the floor is aha. Oh, no, we ain't. Yes, the floor is definitely constructed. Wagons can't use stairs. Who knows? There's a Dwarf Fortress mystery. Well, our bridge has been constructed, so put an architecture in definitely worked. So let's get our lever wired up. So add new task, B for link bridge, hit enter, 2 rock mechanisms. That's done, or it will be. I'm going to let them dig that access to that for the depot before I dig out our defence tunnel. I'm going to have a sip of port rather than wait until I finish recording. Sorry if you can hear the glass rubbing against the microphone. But I can't afford a blue Yeti, so I just got a headset. Right, let's build nest box. Oh, we've got 4. That will give them something else to do that they don't need to be overworked with. They will lay eggs. They will lay eggs. And apparently 1 egg is as good as 1 meat in this game. So that's pretty good. Well, they've done all the ramp removal that I designated here, so this is all now cliff face. So that will stop baddies just popping down straight over the edge and coming at us, which they will tend to do. I did remember that a refuse pile does include corpses. It does. And I made a corpse pile next door, so there's really no need for the corpse pile. So I'm going to remove this designation, so it's just more complication. There you go, we don't need that. Right. I do want to build I will build an archery tower out here as well. That'll be something that I would like to do for this fort. A, just because I like doing them, and B, it will show you how to make quite a decent defence. What is he carrying? What's he carrying? Returned kill. That was a hunter. He's been and hunted something. A bee. I think a bee is a boar. That'll either be a boar or a badger, most likely. So that's gone to the butcher shop. So we'll have more meat and bones. Bones for bone bolt. Meats for the fine meals, which will be a stew. So that's all good. I'm very confused with how they think the wagon can actually get to the stockpile. That's a bit... Unless that's just like assuming that the wagon could get into that hallway, that's where it can get. But then if it could get into that hallway, it would be able to get to the trade centre. I can hear the butcher hacking things up. Designate Z. Let's remove ramps. We don't have no purpose for these at all now, so they can go. That could be part of the weirdness. Hunter cancels hunt, no ammunition. Well, there'll be some in a minute because the butcher's now sorting that out for you. Yeah, they haven't gathered any plants from outside. All my plant designations still, yeah, they're still there, which is fine. Dig. Store item. Yeah, I want them to keep storing item because, like I said, up here near the wagon there is lots of stuff. What was that? That was an eagle or something. I thought that was a bloody cobalt, because they'll come and steal everything. We don't really want any thieves just yet, not while the stuff is all miles away. What's going on with this? We also, I know from while they're working, we got precious metals. Not precious metals, but we got metal ores in the rocks up here. I didn't really want to mine up the top. I mean, that's limonite, that is iron ore. Lignite, that can be used as fuel in furnaces. This is all good stuff. Oh my god, look at all them designated plants. Did I tell them to... Did I accidentally tell them to harvest all them? Remove designation, because that's crazy if I told them to remove all them. I don't know if I couldn't have designated the whole map. Well, I could have done. I didn't intend to. Right, I think there's a limit to how big an area you can designate actually. No, that's probably just fruit on trees. When are we? We're in the summer. Dense meadows, sweet. Dense marsh, this, so that's just plants. I think in the autumn most of the fruit trees become full of fruit, ready for the picking of. So I was checking my recording still going, because we had that issue. That was how we finished the last fort, by OBS stopping the recording. It might have been me, I might have used my fat fingers and stabbed the wrong button. I have since removed or changed the stop and start record buttons, so they're nowhere near the actual play buttons. I'll say play buttons, the buttons I use to play the game with. Right, they've stopped.
More migrants.
Migrants.
Can't we pass a law?
Get in. Right. Where are they? Here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of them's a child. That is possibly it. Yeah, what was that in this pile? A wild boar sow corpse. Where's my butcher? Why is he butcher an animal? Put that on repeat. Butcher an animal. Yeah. There's probably not enough people to do it. But we're going to have help with that. So we're going to read the dwarfs. We're going to sort by migration way. So we've got 6. So due to the fact we've got a wild boar corpse just sitting in our stockpile doing nothing, which is not good, we're going to have another butcher. Right, 51%. You're lucky if you get anyone at much over 50% initially, although we had 3 at 50%, so here's a woodcutter, a better one than the one we've already got actually. What are your butchery skills? 53. You've been relieved from woodcutting duty and you're now butchering as well. Right. Everybody's an architect, because that's always good. How many people have we got cooking and brewing? 43, 13%, 12%. You will poison us to death. 52, that's promising. 50, 50, 51. All pretty good. You're not doing anything. Anything at all. Ah, plant gathering. You're not doing much, so you're plant gathering. You are a miner. Oh, we've got another miner in amongst us. I doubt he's brought a pick with him though. We'll have some plant gatherers. Ah, we definitely want more people in the manufacturing areas. 33, 51, 51. I think up here was a 52. In carpentry, bowery, woodcut, and we've already done that. Crafts tool 56, very handy. 51 and 54, 56 and 39. Yeah, why not? We could do a knocking out. We got all sorts of good stuff here. We could do a knocking out some more crafts. You're already quite busy. You're quite busy. What's this one? Come on, tooltip. Yeah, we could do with some more crafts ready for when the merchants arrive. We ain't made many crafts yet. Right, hunter. We've got one hunter. We've got some more crossbows now. 6. What was that? Ambusher. Ambusher is a good hunter. Right. 2 people have took off woodcutter, and that's because they got too many other jobs. We now don't have a woodcutter. Right, you can be removed from woodcraft and put woodcutting back on. We've only got 1 axe, I think, so that'll do for now. Right, let's see what that does for us. Unpause. We need to go to I and go to... I don't know if they brought any animals with them. I didn't see them bring any animals. Pen and pasture, shift and N. Shift and P. Shift and P just gets rid of everything that's already pastured, and that's just left the cats. So they haven't brought anything with them. That's fine. Right. Now we've done ramp removal, etc. While I'm in this world I, we are going to remove the doggy pen pasture. Move it in here. I think that's a butcher hacking at animals. N, shift and N. Dog, dog, dog. So the dogs must have had a puppy, and the puppy must have grown up, which is good. And I noticed that we had a milker in amongst all our peoples. So if we go to our... Have I built a farm workshop? I know I have restrained myself a little bit. I have build workshops. It'll tell you how many you got anyway. There's little numbers in brackets beside each workshop name telling you what you got. I don't think we've got a farm workshop. I currently can't find it. W. They'll do milking and cheese making. Units, pets and livestock. Yeah, we can't milk bulls. Both our buffaloes are bulls. Right, so we're not going to be milking them, so we're not going to bother building a thing. Oh look, they're now...
Ooh, a shiny trinket to bring back.
A buzzard has stolen Kia meat. Right, why is our... Oh, they're still doing the ramp. I was then thinking they hadn't done a ramp. I was going to get thinking I've designed wrong, but I haven't. Here comes the ramp. They got a mine at the corners as well, though, for the wagon. Wagon. That's how we speak round. Oh, I come from Norfolk in England. Wagon. Right. Let's go down. Shift and D. Wagon. Inaccessible. Why? I need to know why that is inaccessible. I'm sure they can turn corners in a 3 wide. I'm going to get incredibly angry. Shift and D. That is an inaccessible depot. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Troubleshoot. Right, we come through there. I'm assuming that they can drive over a floor. Please tell me they can drive over a floor. Alright then, how big an area do they need to turn a corner? Let's just nibble away at this. Here comes, there's a miner coming immediately, good. But the fact that that gave us all that weird accessibility areas before sort of is worrying me. Shift and D are still inaccessible. Okay. Oh, don't. Okay. Right, we're going to give it loads of room. I mean, I've always built them 3 wide with no issues before at all. So I'm not convinced that anything I'm doing here is going to help in any way whatsoever. So it's a bit of a stab in the dark, really.
It's mine.
A buzzard has stolen key of me again. That is what we get for leaving everything outside for too long. Down. Shift and D. That is really strange. Again, I'm going to take more tiles out, but... Good job we've got 3 miners and they're fast. Right. We have an inaccessible trade depot. And I don't know why. I really don't. That is very frustrating. I mean, we've got a 3 wide entrance. That is all you need. The drawbridge is down, that's not an issue. There's no blocks not been mined. We've given them a huge turning area. Back to game D. Right, this is my last attempt at doing something sensible with this depot, and then I'm going to move it. So I really want it, because I don't like to have to manufacture everything that I need in my fort. I'd rather trade for stuff. Right, Shift and D. The wagon can access all of this, so I can't see why that trade depot is inaccessible. That is just so strange to me, that the wagon can access everything apart from the trade depot itself. I don't need any more space around it than that. I've always made my trade depots in 7x7 squares. Right, okay. Okay, it's fine. Fine, not really angry. Remove building. Slated for removal. Excellent. Build. Shift and D. Trade depot. Get there. Build it out of that. And get on with it. And stop keep hitting escape too many times. I need a small port. Excuse me while the glass rubs against the microphone. How unprofessional. But how yummy. Right, I can hear the butcher chopping stuff up. Ah. Yeah, meat 25. If you go to kitchen. Alright, we've got lots of stuff now. Look, they've been collecting plants. Barley they can brew. Cave wheat they can brew. Brew. So what's this? Is it muck roots? They can brew muck roots, so they're not allowed to cook them. Anything that they can brew, they don't cook. Turnips, they can brew turnips, they don't cook. What are seeds? Meat. We've got loads of dwarven ale, beer, rum and wine, so I'm guessing they must have brought that in. Meat. Yeah, wild boar brain, wild boar heart, wild boar intestines, kidney, lung and spleen, wild boar meat, sweetbread, tallow tripe. That wild boar done us good because we didn't have much else, apart from 21 pond turtle. 74 turkey hen eggs. Look at the turkeys go. Excellent. A buzzard has stolen celery. Well, that can have the celery. From what in real life, I was under the impression that celery takes more calories to eat than there actually are in it. Inaccessible depot. Right, I don't actually understand anymore. because everything I've done now is normal. The only way this could be inaccessible is if they can't actually get to us on the map. But there's enough down ramps left that they can come on the map. They can come on the map from all over the place. Why is it? Well, I'm trying to build a tutorial for. I don't need these unnecessary complications. I really don't. The only other way is just to build a depot outside, but that's... We might as well have a depot. This is virtually a depot outside. I mean, they just come in the door and there it is. I can't see that there's... Unless it's because there's so many trees, sometimes if they can't thread their way through the trees. But we're not heavily forested, are we? It was pretty thick over there. Designate... I could have done all that... what do you call it? Move them a depot thing when it was a perfectly legit depot and just loads of trees. There ain't that many trees in the way. So I know if you get too many trees in the way, they'll sometimes not be able to get in. Right, we're having a massive tree chop. I don't believe for 1 minute that the trees are an issue. I don't know what is the issue. Now I want to see some traders come. So I need to prove that this depot actually works. At least the entrance to the depot is quite close to the stockpile. Right, we've got 4... Let's have a look. We've got 4 idle dwarfs. Milker, yeah. Farmer, yeah. Dwarven child, play. Right. Let's redesignate this. Have some more stockpile space. Yeah, this is a problem. This is not my normal way of doing things, and that's confused the hell out of everything. Right, where are we on the map? Just out of interest. Right. Okay. Let's dig this then. There. Oi. Up down staircase. Let's go down a few levels. I know we can find metal just by going up, but I don't really want to piss around up there because I don't want to keep mining through the walls of the slopes and creating access to our fort. We don't really need a metal industry just yet. It's quite nice to get a metal industry early on. Start getting some armour and weapons together. This is so strange. I cannot believe that... I can't believe that the depot is inaccessible. There's something going on that I don't understand. Can't be the trees. There's not that many trees. I mean, if the wagons are coming in from... This is my thought, you see. If the wagons are coming in from actually up here, there's enough down ramps for them to get down. They can get down there, and then they can pop down there. There is enough down ramps. I mean, it gets a bit scruffy in places, maybe. There's some miasma. Is that stuff rotting away that's on our... Well, that could really bugger us if we can't trade, because I could build a trade depot outside, but that would be nearly pointless.
It's mine.
Another buzzard has stolen more stuff. I don't like building trade depots outside. It's not really very safe. Right. Okay, right. Build, construct, wall. What have we got the most of? What have we got? 99. willow logs. Might not be the strongest wall in the world, but it is what we are building. Right. Our trade depot may well be coming indoors. Right, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Right, let me get there. Build. We didn't have to build it round the wood stockpile, we could have always moved everything. But we're not going to, because that would be far too sensible. We've got more dwarfs now, we can get them working. We could encompass our water, but I'm not going to do that either. Bring that down there. Yeah, that'll do. Yep. Right, I'm actually, as you can see, walling in the front door of the fort. This is not 100% safe because there's still flying creatures and there's still climbing creatures, and the flying creatures will just fly right in over this, and the climbing creatures will just climb the wall and climb down from the areas above. What? What happened? What's this? Upstairs? That's not good. Remove building. Remove. Don't know how we ended up with an upstairs. Obviously I pushed the incorrect button. Which is probably how they record and then build, construct, how they build. How the recording got stopped last time by me pushing an incorrect button. Right, speaking of which, are we still recording? We are still recording. Good. Right, there's a diagonal there, and they can get through diagonals, the buggers. Let's have another little bit of wall there. Why can't we get a wall in there? We have it there. And then we're going to build a bridge. So we know from previous lessons. We're going to build it that way, and we're going to have a raise D that way. Cherry wood. We might as well build it out of wood. We've built everything else out of wood out there. Right. I'm a bit concerned. In fact, I'm very concerned about our depot, because the way I run my fort is based quite heavily on trading. I'm finding it very strange. Very strange indeed. That it's claiming a depot can't get in there, and I can see nothing wrong at all with the design. Other than this floor. If that's telling me a depot can't run over a floor. Right, I'm going to have one last stab here. This is assuming that this theory is based purely on the fact that a depot can't exist or cannot travel over a floor. So fingers crossed. Oh, let's push some buttons. Let's push the correct buttons first. Let's dig that out. And chuck a depot in there. If we put a depot in there and that's inaccessible, then Dwarf Fortress. I do not know Dwarf Fortress. I don't claim to be an expert at Dwarf Fortress, but I thought I knew how to build a depot so you can get to it. I said the only way is if they can't get to us on the map. It could be a map issue. But I've never had one before. I've seen what do you call it, wagons come through stupid looking areas. And look at them work. We got good working dwarfs now. Everyone's working. The child is storing an item in a barrel. I thought children didn't do work. Maybe they're doing work, but I didn't tell them to do it, because you can't tell the child to do anything. I've never seen a child work before. They normally do play, make believe. Build. Depot. Is this the third or fourth depot we've built? This is where I wanted to build it in the first, well, not the first place, but this was going to be my plan B after I decided that the other one was inaccessible because of the wobbly ramps. No one Dwarf Fortress. Look at how quickly they've built that. That's what happens when you have a few migrants come in. That's pretty excellent, really. Autumn has come.
Autumn is at hand.
See, our people from the homeland will be coming soon. Right, Shift and D. That is accessible. That leads me to believe that it's all to do with them 3 floors. I now reckon that you can't run over a floor. Yeah, at least we've got an accessible depot, which is quite important, because our fortress is going to be based on mugging people off for spiked wooden balls, money balls. Let's open up this. So when we shut the drawbridge, the goblins, etc. will have to go through there. They built that. They're now building the bridge. That's some funny looking action. Right, that bridge is built. So where should we place a lever for that? I do like levers in dining rooms. So let's place them so they look like they're in the right place. So build, capital T for traps, L for lever. I'm going to put this lever furthest to the left, because on the map that drawbridge will be furthest to the left, if that makes sense. Probably not. Right. How many dwarfs have we got now? 13. And we've got 5 idlers, so I think we're going to build tables. Let's get some planner mode on. Let's get the dining room kitted out a bit better. Thrones, planner mode on. As you can see at the bottom of that planner mode, you can set minimum and maximum qualities of things you want in these rooms and all sorts of stuff, but until you really get some master craft dwarfs and you actually get a plan, like when I get a master craft dwarf and have too many spare dwarfs, I will assign 1 dwarf to a carpenter's workshop just building spiked money balls, and he'll be a master craftsman, and there'll be spiked balls of the highest order. Right, we're gonna drop down another level here and another level there, and we will assign a hotkey to that, and that would be F5. We'll zoom here. We're going to do some diggy hole. How are we going to diggy hole this? I think we're going to go like that. Possibly. Yeah, I think we are. Let me zoom out. Zoom. Yeah. Right, I'm just alternating between D and I. D for mine and I for staircases. Up, down staircases. I like them because they give you the option, obviously, to go up or down. Funny that, innit? See, I could do this with a macro. We'll do some macros in a minute, just to remind you, in case you were interested last time and have forgotten or didn't understand what I said, because I talk like a fool. Right. Okay. Let's put the cursor in the middle, and if I zoom in, that should try and... Okay, I lied, I didn't focus on the cursor at all like I thought it was going to. Okay, macros. Let's do a macro. Right, so to do a macro is just a record and key presses. So let's say I want to dig them little matchstick bedrooms that I like doing, which are just a 4 long stick. So we'll hit Control and R. You can now see a flashing REC up the top of the screen for record. So we're now going to record button presses. We're going to push D for designate mine, Enter to start mining. We can go up 4. We're going to push Enter, and we're going to come back to where we want to start playing our recording, which is there. So we now hit Control and R. That has stopped the recording, so we now hit Control and P for play. There you go. And we could have done this whole floor like that, but as I said before, I tend not to. But you just end up designing your whole fort the same, and it gets quite boring. Right, so we just start here and play the same macro. So these macros can be as complicated as you like, and it hasn't just got to be building. You can be designating dining rooms or bedrooms or whatever you like. Right, so we're now actually gearing up. We're gearing up for arrival of many migrants, the next wave. You can sometimes get 20 or 30 in a wave. So we're now going to do another... We could save that as well. You could do Control and S, and that will let us save. So we could just type in bedroom vert. So that'd be a vertical bedroom, yeah? So if we wanted to load that, we could do Control and L, so at any time we can load a macro. So let's do another macro, Control and R, and we'll start at the bottom. Right, and we'll control it. We'll stop that. We re-recorded all that moving. Control and R, D, Enter, 4 across, up there. Control and R. So we've now finished the recording. Control and S to save it. We'll call this one bedroom. HOR for horizontal. So we push Control and play. So I don't know, I ain't counted them. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there 10? We got 10 bedrooms per side. So we got a dormitory that dwarfs can share. Control and P. And then these will be proper bedrooms. When you get 50 dwarfs, you'll get a mayor, and he'll want his own quarters, because he's a tart, and he'll want a decent bedroom, he'll want a decent office, and he'll want a decent dining room, because that's what they're like. Come into your fort, making orders. Probably doesn't actually need to be that decent, to be fair. I'm gonna not allow him to have anything quite... Well, we could do it like this. We could mix it up a little bit. A bit tarty, innit? Why not? Oh bugger, now I'm button stabbing. Right, D. X. I wouldn't normally bother, but why the hell not? Right, so that'll be one set of decent quarters. Could have put that on a macro even. Yeah, that'll do for now. So that'll give us 40 dwarf bedrooms, and that'll give us quarters for a mayor. If we get one.
Ooh, A shiny
A
trinket
buzzard
to
has
bring
stolen
back.
alfalfa. Yeah, we need to get... We've got no idlers. Construct, build and dig. Construct bins, tables, buildings, bolts, buildings, plant seeds. Play make-believe. Good. Lovely. Build nest box. You can lock the door to the turkey hut, and basically the eggs that get fertilised will hatch into more turkeys, and that's good. So what we're going to do is, now we're actually rolling and turkeys will be breeding, let's go for, lost my train of thought again, sorry, DF hack, and we will go auto butcher start. You don't have to do this. Right, so start on auto butcher. We now do auto butcher, auto watch. So the butcher will now watch, adding to watch list. Okay. So the butcher will now wait for animals to come into the fort, and when they do, he'll add them to the list. And what he'll wait for is breeding pairs will be left alone, and he'll allow a certain amount of young. And after that, they get murderized and butchered, and we eat them, and that'll be great. So that's a DF hack thing, right? So we now have another lever, which we will now hook up to our front gate. B. No. So we use plus to come down to that ridge. Yes. 1, 2. Only 2 mechanisms to link all that. Isn't that lovely? Too many times on the escape button. There you go. New race added to auto butcher watch list. Cats. Good. Right. There's a thing you can do. Shift and N, I'm pretty sure, is notes. Shift and N. Notes. P. Place. So is that there? So if I... P. So P. 0.2? No? So 0, 0, 0 there. Name. I put front gate. No text. Don't need any more text than that, do we? That'll do. Enter. Done. Right, so we move the crossover. Place. 0.3. We'll name that, and that will be entrance corridor. Is that how you spell corridor? I don't know. Has it got 1 R or 2? I'm not. Even though I am English, it's not my greatest thing. Right. So front gate corridor. Happy days. So I don't use this. I'm just showing you because I've seen it done. Adopt selected symbol. I'm happy with that. So where's our first one we done that we didn't need or didn't use because the nowhere. I'm happy with that. So if I hit Shift and N now, we get nothing until we go over them. Right, so we can label our levers like that. Happy days. Started raining. Lovely jubbly. Right, corridors are getting built. Idlers. None. Slaughter stray water buffaloes because they're not a breeding pair, so they're getting it. They are getting it. We're getting it large. So we have worked out that trade depots do not run over floors. I'm supposing I could have built walls there, but then again that would have blocked what we have below, which would have been poo. We've got something. They're sleeping in a dormitory. They're loving life there. F5, we are getting some bedrooms dug, slowly but surely. We're going to have loads of meat on the menu in a minute. Kitchen. Pigtail seeds, plump helmet seeds, sweet pod seeds. So they're getting seeds back from the things they brew. Yeah, they've got all that water buffalo, which is good because they've either cooked all the wild boar or eaten it all. Probably cooked at 60 meat, 19 fish, loads of drink. Everything's good. Everything's good in the world. Right, the farm. We don't really need the farm, to be honest, because once we, well, it's good to start with. The outpost liaison and a caravan has arrived. Absolutely perfect. I've got no idea how much good stuff we've built. But by that I mean rock mugs and spiked wooden balls. Their wagon has bypassed your inaccessible site. What? Our site is fully accessible. I am your liaison. Let's discuss your situation. Oh my god. Right. I don't want to talk to you. I want to look at my inaccessible site. Leather. Yeah. Like, I'm going to assume that you didn't watch the previous episodes. You should have done. Previous fort. I go for a bit of everything to start with, because I don't really know what I want till the fort get going. So if I want to, it's left and right. The further to the right is the higher priority, but the higher priority, the more they're going to charge you from it. And if you want to do the hull category, you hold down shift and use your arrow keys, and use plus and minus to go down the list. But it tells you all that underneath. That's the thing with this game. It's got lots of hotkeys, but they are all listed. They're all listed on every page. Every page you come to, the hotkeys are listed for you. So it's only a case of reading, and it ain't long before you learn what you're doing. Yeah, we'll have a few iron anvils, because I haven't really started a metal industry yet, so we'll have all that. Yes please. We'll have some of them. We won't have trap components because we sell them. We'll have leather armour, we'll have leather headwear, we'll have leather handwear, we'll have leather footwear. I don't care if they're metal or leather or... don't want no toys. We might have some instruments. Don't want any more animals. Yes, we'll have all your booze, we'll have some cheese, we'll have some... I don't want all them powders. I only want quicklime, gypsum plaster for the hospital. We don't have yet. Yeah, we'll have all your meat, all your fish. We definitely have some plump helmets, and we'll have some garden vegetables. Your dwarfs do like a variation. We'll have some cages if you got them. We will have, like I said, I'll ask them to bring most of everything to start with. Quivers. I don't really like messing around with leather because you have butchers and tanners and leather maker, and it's just so much easier to make wooden balls and just swap everything. We have glass just in case someone has a fey mood and needs to build something with it. Bucket splints, crutches, eggs, bags. I think we already asked for some bags. I think we already asked for some thread. Clay, yeah. We'll have sheets just for the hell of it. Right, yeah, we'll have all that. Yeah, we'll look at the documents. Yeah, you're going to rip us off. Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, what do you want? They want windows. I'm not building that. I'm not building legwear. They're not having plants. We're not doing large gems or wooden scepters or splints or earrings or handwear or amulets. I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Right, have we still... we haven't got any more depot. We have. So they may have bypassed this white depot, but they're still going to come in this one. I think that's what they might have meant when they said we bypass your inaccessible depot. They better have done. Remove building. Are you sure you want to remove this depot? Merchants are present and you will lose profits. They're not coming to that one, but I'm going to leave it for now because that's just scared the shit out of me. They must be going to the yellow depot. Where are they with their wagons? They have arrived. No, they have. They have. They've gone to the inaccessible one. Do you know what? Do you know what? They've gone to the inaccessible one. Ah, I reckon they'd have gone downstairs. Right. Ah, we want our broker there. G, we want to move goods. Right. S for select. Balls. Right, we ain't got no balls. Okay, then let's go down to trap components. Really? We only got one bin of trap components? We ain't made many of them, man. We're not going to do a lot of trading today. Mugs and goblets. We've got 2 bins of mugs and goblets. Let's go for S, mug. Right, there's no loose mugs. We've got no loose goblets. We've got 2 bins of mugs and a bin of bloody balls. Where's therapist? How many carpenters have I got? I've only got 2 sets carpentry. Right, you can carpenter. You can have a stab at it. And you can. I want more wooden balls. Stone crafting. 56 and 52. Right. More craft dwarfs. A bit late now, but we're alright. We're not really hurting for anything. I cannot believe for the life of me that they went to the depot that they claimed inaccessible. I bet you if I'd have left a depot there, they'd have gone to it. That's slightly irritated me because, well, that's funny really. Plump helmets, purple things, plump helmets. That is funny. I'm not irritated really, it's a game. Right, build, capital T, cage trap. We're gonna have one there. Cage trap, one there. Cage trap. Well, I was then going to let out a massive spoiler about cage traps, but if you watch the previous fort, you'll get to see them. You won't get to... Well, ain't a spoiler actually, I'm a fool. I'm recording this ahead of time, so I'm talking... I'm operating in the future. Your times of past are quaint to me. No, yeah, I don't know what I'm on about really. Yeah, in episode 6, we capture that elf, don't we, who was a were-panther, and that's not a spoiler because this is episode 8, so when I release this you would have seen episode 6. Right, jobs, manager, queue, cages, space, wooden, enter, 10 please. That'll piss off the spike ball production for a little while because we'll be building cages. I can't believe that they've gone to what they consider to be an inaccessible depot and left the accessible one. So I may have to deconstruct that and convert that into a barracks would be a good idea. I'm scared though, if I deconstruct it, they might not, the next lot of traders might not like my wonky depot. Right, let's have a look at the depot, shall we? Let's see what's going on at the depot. We got trader in there yet? Trader requested at the depot. Trade. Right, G. Have we moved everything? We have. Let's see if they've built anything while we've been waiting. Walls. No. Mugs. No. They're letting me down a bit. They'll be alright now. We've got migrants now. We'll build loads of good stuff. T. Right, W. For search. Mugs. You have to go left, you have to come off search or escape or do something, then come back on it again. Shift and enter will select all them. Well, that's only 850. Right, hit W, delete mug, type in ball, look at the money difference for balls and mugs. It's absolutely ridiculous. Shift and enter. 17 grand. So we basically got 16 grand for the same amount of mugs as we had balls. So they're worth 20 times as much essentially. So we're going to have your lead bar. That's all the metal they brought. That ain't great. We'll have some glass. They haven't brought much. So they just brought a bit of everything to start with because they don't know what we want. Let's buy some cheap rope. Buy your cheap water skins. So our military, when we get them, can carry drinks. We've got a cat. We don't really want the cat. Ah, right. Dwarven ale. We buy all the booze. Dwarven syrup. Horse milk. Dwarven rum. We'll have that. Iron pick. Not at 440. 36 for a copper warhammer and 34 for a copper mace. And we'll have the spear. Boots are too expensive. 168 for a shield, that ain't bad, we'll have that. Pigtail bag, go on then. They're very expensive, they're probably masterworks or something. There is a quality sign next to it. Pond grab, a leather bag, we'll have that at 10 bucks. Cloth bin, we'll have some cloth bins. We need cloth when we have a hospital for bandages. If you buy the bin, you get all these bits I'm now cycling through, they're in the bin. So if we just buy the bin, we get all the cloth and we get the bin as well, so we might as well have it. Because we use the bins in our stockpiles. 25, look at them bronze bolts that they can cost us 150 credit, whereas when we were embarking we could have bought them for about 6 credit. Yeah, we'll buy them. We'll have all of them. It's quite expensive, but we've got plenty of cash. Iron anvils are 100. We'll have 2 of them. Right, here come the button pushing. You got to say, I want them, and how many do you want? 5. So you get into a rhythm. We'll buy all your plump helmets. We could just search plump and then buy them, and search cave and buy them, but do it this way. Oh, we'll have that yarn and that thread. We want that if we have a hospital, and that thread and that thread and that thread. Steel greaves, can't really afford them yet. Donkey leather, emu backpack, quiver, 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 quiver. That one was a bit expensive. We'll have it anyway. Cheese. I haven't brought as much stuff as I'd have liked. Buy the splints because they'll come in handy for the hospital, and a crutch. See, this book is 420. I don't want any of them. Bloody hell, the trader's getting 12 grand profit. I'm going to buy them sheets. So I'm going to buy a couple of books because we're going to build a library. So let's just splash out on the books. Who cares? Right. Let's go back to the beginning. Buy this clay, because it's so cheap. You never know, one of our idiots might want it. Pigtail rope, too expensive. I don't care how rich I am, I don't want to get mugged. I think these are instruments, alts and things. We'll have an instrument. Have a toy boat for our child. It's only more than an iron anvil. We don't want a horse or a cat or a rabbit. I think we bought all the booze, didn't we? Let's buy the syrup just for the hell of it. I don't know what it is. And the horse's milk. And the cow's milk. There weren't any picks, were there? Only the iron one, so I'm going to buy it. Right, they do not need 10 grand profit. They don't need 6 grand profit. They might get upset if they don't have W. Mug. I want to take some of the mugs back because our dwarfs get upset if they don't drink out of a mug or a goblet. Trader lost 5 grand. That isn't really us because I've changed the search and that removed We're going to send them off a 4 grand profit, because the more they like us, the better standing we'll have with them. Even though they're our own people, you do have to like kiss their butt a little bit. So we push T for trade. Okay, thank you for your business, wonderful, see you later. Right, so we remove the trader from the depot with R, and dwarfs will now be very busy moving that all to the stockpiles downstairs. So that's all good. Cage traps are 5 of them are already loaded with cages. That depot, this depot, that's done my head in. Are you sure you want to remove the depot? Merchants are present. I daren't remove that while merchants are here. I daren't remove it anyway. It's mental. That's mental that they've gone to the other one. It's really weird. It's really weird. I was going to put barracks in there. I might put barracks in here now, actually. I'm going to leave that there. Just because it's caused mass confusion. That's Dwarf Fortress for you. You know, you wouldn't want it simple, would you? God, no. Right, let's X that and have there, we'll have a door there, double door there, that'll be cool. We'll put barracks in there. There's another little trick you can do. What is this made out of? Is this all stone? Sapphirite. That's a ore. I'm not sure if you can actually smooth out an ore. You might be able to. Designate for D. What I'm talking about is you dig behind here. So imagine your goblins, whatever, are coming through here. Dig behind here, this bit, smooth the walls, put arrow slots in them, and your archer dwarfs shoot arrows at them through the wall as they're navigating the traps. And also you can channel out these areas so that they can't stand. This area will then be one bit lower. I don't know if we can though, because I don't know what we've got below. You have to use more forward planning than I do for that. Let's drop down a level. I'll tell you what we got there? Nothing. We could do it. We have got the room to do it. You channel out here, here and here so they can't come and stand against the wall and shoot at your marks, dwarfs. So basically designate H and you channel. So they essentially become downward slopes, and at the bottom of the slope is one block lower than the little room that's going to be behind them. So we'll do that. We probably won't ever use any of this defence, but I'm practicing, because I'm not an expert. You're learning. Where are you taking that thing that went for a walk, did it? You got to put it back in the pasture. What have we got? Oi. So we've now got so many dwarfs, I'm tempted to, I'm nearly tempted to bring the wood indoors, even though I have actually blocked it all in essentially. Right. What we're going to do is how long have we been recording for? We've been recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes. So what I'm going to say is, you know what I'm going to say, we've done some good trading, we've had a trade depot mind fart that really has done my head in completely, but we are trading, so who cares? Look at all these bedrooms. So I ain't gone yet. Build bed. So planning mode on. So here we go. You can do it. I'm going to do it just for the hell of it. We go back to the start. We're going to go Control and R. So we're recording. Build bed. So we're going to place a bed. really want planning mode on for this. So we're going to stop. We're going to stop the recording again. Right, so you want beds, planning mode on. Right, we'll go back. You want planning mode on for your things for this. If we're going to build a door, we want planning mode on for that as well. So now if I record, Control and R, build bed, build a bed, place it, escape, place a door, place it, escape, build bed, go back to where you are, Control and R, finish that. This is going to be interesting if it's work or not. Control and P, look at that. So we're placing beds and doors. Happy days. So, in our next episode, we'll finish the bedrooms. We'll do the, I'll do the, what will be a nice bedroom, dining room, and whatever other room it was he wanted, office, for our forthcoming mayor. We will build this archery thing and set it up. We're going to set up an archer squad. We're going to set up a barracks. We're probably going to demolish this depot. I'm a bit frightened too, though, because the setup we got is work, and even though it's a bit convoluted, and we probably might even build an archery tower. So I feel that we're going to head for a military episode next one. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Our fort is now starting to look pretty cool. So see you next time. Bye bye.